right, so we're gonna solve this problem right here. Reverse a number. So this one is similar to what we did the last week, right? So that means we have a really good match. Okay. So um, I have the problem copied over here. So we can go a little bit faster. Okay. So what is the input? Yeah, this one, right? And then recognized by what? Given, right? That's one, right? So okay. What's the output? Yeah, reverse number, right? All right. Are there any restrictions? Yeah, so can't use this stuff, right? So because in with strings, this is really easy actually. Okay, so we'll learn that later as well. All right. So we have a match for this one, right? So the swap first last one problem, right? That's a good match. Okay, and also we did something in the binary numbers, right? That that annotating of a number video, right? It has some also. Okay. All right. So let's continue our understand. Remember, this is a word-based problem, right? So that means we have to um, do at least couple of examples. So we better do couple of examples because one idea is to recognize a pattern that we can repeatedly use. So to recognize a pattern, you have to use at least two inputs. Okay. All right. So let's take the first one. The problem has given, right? So 1,234 is the number, right? So this is the number, and we should return uh, 4,321, right? So and then this is the expected output from this number. Okay. All right. So now imagine you, I mean, looks like we have to reconstruct this number from each individual digits, right? So imagine you actually isolated these four numbers, right? One, two, three, and four. Okay. So then how can we construct the output? Return what? Yes. How do we add them? Yeah, so basically we have to follow the anatomy of the number thing, right? How we construct number from digits, right? So that means we have to consider each place, the one, 10, 100,000, like that, right? So basically we have to do like this, right? So it's gonna be like four times, right? So this is the formula, right? Four times 1,000, right? Plus three times 100, right? Plus two times 10 plus 1 time 1, right? Okay. So this is basically imagine like assuming this available to us, basically this is going to be the answer. Okay. All right. So now basically that's 50% of the solution, right? So then the question is, how do we figure out these? Okay. All right. So since we recall that, Max, the previous problem, and then we can easily do the first and the last, right? So I'm going to say first digit So this is the, I'm gonna say this digit 1. Okay, so digit 1. How do we calculate digit 1? This one, this guy. Do we have to do that many? Get the first like 4. Get given 1234 to get 4. Modulo 10, right? Always that's how you actually can calculate the first digit. Modulo 10. Okay? So basically, so this is gonna be this. Okay, modulo 10. Okay. All right. So let's go the last one because that's the other easiest one. Okay. So that's digit 4. Okay. That's gonna be equal to what? 5,000, right? Yeah. So entity division by 1,000. Okay. All right. So let's the other two, let's say digit 2. How do we can calculate? How can we calculate digit 2? Ideas? Okay. So digit 2 is going to be 3 here, right? So yeah. Okay. Modulo by no, modulo by 1,000. So let's break it down, right? So imagine, so we want to get we want to get 3, right, out of this number, right? So imagine you have somehow isolated 123, right? So then basically to get 3 out of 123, simply modulo by 10, right? So this basically, I'm going to remove that. So this basically, well, let me keep that. This basically modulo by 3, so 10 would give you 3, right? Okay. So, and then basically it's boiled down to how to get 123 out of that number. How do we get that? Get 123 out of? Yes? Yeah, you're right. Okay. So basically it's this one, integer division by 10, right? Okay. All right. So let's go for the next one. So digit 3. Okay. So 3. So what do we do? Yeah, so here also you can imagine this. We are looking for 2 here, right? Imagine you have 12, right? Here and then 12 here, right? So to get 2 out of 12, you again modulo 10, right? So modulo 10, so get 2. Then how do you get 12 out of this? Yeah, introduced by 100, right? And you can see now that there's a pattern is for these inner digits. You will see that always 10 here, right? And it's always modulo 10. And it's a pattern for inner digits. For the n, this is going to be always the case. Any number, the ends are like this. Okay. And this happened to be 40 number, but later on you want to generalize this further for any number, right? So the pattern here is for the two ends, these are always like this. And then you can see that and inner numbers, inner digits, there's always modulo 10. Constant. Not gonna change. What's changing is this guy. This is also constant, right? The integer division. What's changing is this guy. And well, we are so look at you can see that, right? So we are going to so 2 is the 100th position. So we do integer divide by 100, right? So this 3 is in 10th position. So we integer divide by 10. So and that means you can go in an automatic environment as well, like later on in a for loop you can actually do that for any number as well. Okay. All right, but we learn that later, right? When we learn for loop. Okay. All right. So then what we do, right? So basically we have the all four digits, right? So this gonna give us 4, and this gonna give us 1, right? And then we have all four digits. Basically, we can use this formula to return the number. Okay. All right. So let's write our plan. So guys, so input. What are we inputting? This number, right? So I'm gonna put that. Step 2, this one, right? So you can say digit 1. Okay. So I'm gonna say um, isolate digit 1 by this. Okay. By doing this. Okay. All right. And then the next step, so I'm gonna go this in this order. Isolate digit 4. It doesn't matter, and you may go the correct order as well, like 1, 2, 3, 4 by integer division by 1000. All right, and oh, by the way, guys, right here the two ends. I think I need to make correction. The first digit always modulo by 10, but the last one it needs to be like. So you have four digits, that means in the thousands, right? So depending on the number of the length of the number, right? Length of the number. All right. So if you have 5,000, if this like about 10,000 number, then this should be 10,000 right here, right? All right. So all right. So then basically the rest isolate um, digit 2 by first um, taking this. Basically, we're gonna do this one, right? So by and then like this. Okay. So and then the last one, um, digit 3. Oops, digit 3 by this one, right? So division by 100 and then modulo. And then what's the last step? Step 6. Yeah, return this, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna copy paste that and change. I think I have to actually change the notation as well. So basically this should be this number, right? So this should be this always. Sorry guys, it has to be. So that's our workout example, but this got to be the input, right? And here also this gonna be digit 1, 4. Okay, so this um, going to be, yeah, digit 1, right? That one? No, digit digit 4 actually. So this going to be digit 4. Correct, right? Is that? Oh, no, digit one, right? Yeah, digit one is four. Yeah, so this be digit one. Yeah, digit one, and then digit um, kind of confusing now. One, then two, right? Yeah. So this is digit one. So yeah, two. Okay, and it's going to be digit two, and it's going to be digit three, and it's going to be digit one. Okay, so return this. Okay, sorry. Oh yeah. Oh, one, two, three. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Thanks. All right. So um, I'm gonna actually change this to my integer. Sorry, my number. Okay. So it's gonna be that as well. Okay. So let's translate now. So basically, so this is the first line of code. The next one is this one. Okay. So we can say you can say directly copy paste. Okay. And equals. Okay. And the next one is this. And this equals this. Right. And the next one is this. Okay. And the last is this one. Okay. And then in the end we return, right? Return this. Okay. And you can see that like sometimes if you like use good expressive naming, you can directly use copy paste from your plan actually. Okay. That's what I am actually, and I did minimal changes like by equals to equal kind of things like that, right? So all right. Okay, so that's it. So let's call. I'm gonna directly call this guy, guys. Okay, so print. Let's say the same number 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. All right. So let's check. So we got 4, 3, 2, 1. Correct, right? So I didn't use a keyboard input, but if you want to, you can also do this. I just wanted to show you guys another way of doing it. Okay. So instead of this, you don't have to get a variable. Just directly pass it in the input. Okay. And then it's now expecting. Okay. So it's giving you an error because I didn't put anything here. Let's say 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Um, I oh yeah, yeah. Sorry. That yes, yeah. 2, 3. That's an extra one though, right? Yeah, that should be fine though. But it worked actually. Oh no, okay. 1, 1. Yeah, yeah. I think I was wrong. So 8765. Okay. So and then this also I wanted to tell you this is the expression, right? The, it's a parameter, but it's an expression, right? Value. And you can see that the fact that we can directly use this function call in there, it indicates function calls are expressions. Okay. So see that this whole call actually I put it in there, right? So you can actually do that if you want. If you no longer like if you you're not say if you don't need to use this parameter anywhere else, why not directly passing it there, right? Rather than creating a variable, right? So that's what I did. Yeah. It also indicates so this whole thing, this whole call to int is the expression actually. Okay. All right. So yeah, so that's about it. I can let's quickly go over the four answers. But any question, guys? Oh, right, they're doing this, doing this. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, basically, you created a new variable for this whole thing, or is that? Oh, that's fine. I mean, if you're, I mean, the thing is, I mean, there are multiple ways to do this, right? I mean, your thought process may be slightly different. The way that you have thought, like you basically put the whole thing for the digit, right? Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, if your solution gives the correct result for any 4-digit number or character, which is fine, I think, as long as you follow it numerically. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, yeah. So, but you don't have to create. I mean, some of you may think, okay, why creating this variable and you can put the whole thing over here? You can, but the line is going to be larger, right? So it's good to, like create a variable for that, and it's also more expressive this way, right? So say this is each one, and that's kind of like that. Okay. And then remember, guys, if you want to shorten this, you can see that kind of going that way, right? So for example, if it is like this and then kind of going that way, right? You can use the this sign and then goes to the next line and it still works. Okay? So, but make sure it's not a string. So this is how you actually bring the column to a next line, right? So this symbol you need. It's not division. Okay, it's basically you are going to next line. Okay, the code still works. But this, I mean, I just wanted to show you guys that. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna remove that. Okay. All right. So let's quickly go over the two questions. So for 5 questions. Um, all right. Write a statement other than an assignment statement here. There's one more visible here. Yeah, return statement is the statement other than. Yeah, but there's another type of statement here. No, it's not a statement. Then what is it? What is it? We actually talked about that. I think I recall. Yeah, in module 5 we talked about that. Yeah. Remember function stubs. When we discuss function stub, it's the pass statement. Pass is a statement. Okay, we call it pass statement. Okay. So pass is another type of statement in Python. Okay. So it's that one. Okay. So okay. So let's okay, so that's that. Write an operator use and then the respect to operands. There are a lot of operands over here, right? So this operator, right? This is an operator. This is an operator, right? There's multiplication, there's summation, right? They're all operators, right? So operands. So with respect to this operator, what are the operands? This one and this one. So we call it, this operator is what type of operator? Operation, operate, binary, because there are two operands, right? Likewise, okay. So that's that. Two Python reserved words. So we have def here. These are all return, return, def, pass, and then if. They're all reserved word, right? Is print is a reserved word? No. Print is a built-in function. It's not a reserved word. Okay. So it's a built-in function, right? So that means actually you can define your own function with the name print. Shall we try that? Let's try it over here. Okay. So I mean, I'm thinking it should not complain. Okay. So def. So def print. Okay. And then it will do something, right? So let's say print blah. Okay. See that it's not, there's no complaint over here, right? Oh, there is a one. Okay, what's in print text? Oh, yeah. So the what the problem now is, so it's complaining because it's trying to use this print, but it takes argument, right? I'm submitting arguments, but but I'm not in my definition. See that it's the complaint is print takes zero positional argument as defined right here, but one was given right here, right? So if I do something here, let's say like, um, like, yeah, word. Oh, I might try to use it. Yeah. So yeah, so now it's basically, yeah, so basically, I'm printing here, right? So that's actually recursion error. So maximum recursion occurs because I'm calling function inside the function, right? So let's change that. I'm going to say like return, turn blah. But it doesn't say that, oh, we have something called print, so we cannot use it. No, right? It doesn't say something like that, right? That's my point. Okay, guys. So see, now no errors, but nothing also there, right? Why? Because I'm using this print here, so I'm basically overriding. Okay, it's a good example. We call it actually overriding as well in programming. That you're gonna learn it in the next class actually. The techniques of it. But see that nothing is there because this function doesn't do anything. It's returning blah, but to see the return value, I have to print it again, right? So basically, it doesn't work. Mhm. And then you should be able to get that thing done. Yeah, that's why it's not recommended, right? Do not do that. So do not use, let's say you want to print something, do not write the print function by yourself. Yeah, so that's why, yeah. So that's why having a good grasp of what are built-in function, it's actually beneficial because you basically avoid that name in the when you actually create your own function. Yeah. So anyway, this is just I'm gonna just block it. Okay. All right, now it works. Okay. All right. So that's why I said this is not a reserved word. That's the proof basically. So I was able to create my own function with the same name. Okay. All right. So let's go. Okay. All right. A formal parameter and an actual parameter we used. What's the formal? Yeah. What's the another name for formal parameter? Just the parameter. Okay. What is the actual parameter here? Yeah. Yeah. And it's just for the argument, right? So, okay, this answer to this, so this, repeated the question now like 3 times, 4 times probably, right? The answer is actually no. Okay. So the thing is, we haven't learned anything. So the problem is this, right? So, and this is actually for 4 digits, right? Number. So we'll have to calculate each digit separately, right? Right. So that means if we have a 5 digit number, we should have five calculations, right? 6 digit number, we should have six calculations because there are 6 digits. So if that the length of the number is a variable, then how can we write specific amount of lines of code? Because it's a variable. We don't know that, right? So that means, um, yeah, um, we can't do it in the current form. So there has to have some accommodation from the programming language, which we will later learn as looping, the repetition, okay, or the iteration. So, so that technique, unless we learn that, we cannot actually repeat for variable number of digits. Okay. So that's the answer is no. The correct answer is no, but you will get point for yes as well in your explanation. Fine. Okay. So and then basically the suggestion for Python is okay, implement iteration, and which they have done. But imagine like when you're actually coming out with programming languages in the 13, 40, well, this how may have we may have figured this out. I think like that. Okay. All right. So that's it. Okay. So I am going to. I think I can do this, but some of you guys are not ready yet. So this is basically using a string, and then basically reversing it. Um, so I'm going to write the solution anyway. So let's just but we have typed this in module 8. In there we're gonna learn about strings in detail. We encountered string as literals, right? So that's all, right? So we basically, but I'll show you guys that. So basically, this is a number. So basically, this is the one that I'm going to use. That formula is not going to change. Okay, right? So I'm gonna write it over here. Okay, but I'm gonna change this one. Okay, it's gonna be digit one. So that's so this is a string now, right? So let me create this number over here. So I'm gonna show you guys how it works. Oh boy, okay, I need to actually get another CMD. You know what? I can actually see this. I'm running Jupyter actually. Um, yeah, there you go. All right. So I have this uh, number equals, let's say 1 2 3 4, but it's in string form, right? This is gonna be 1 2 3 4. Okay, this is string. All right, and you see that, right? So see what I say. This is actually really easy. If you access each index, okay, and this is how you access index, which we will learn. Don't worry about it. So 0 index is the first letter. Okay, so that's gonna be 1. Okay, so and then the second one is gonna be this, and third one is going to be this. Then the fourth one, oh, I made a mistake. Oh, so this will be like 1, right? I missed one. See that? I'm gonna put 1. Okay. So you can see that the number is start from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. So third index is going to be 4, and then index 1 is going to be 2. So we can simply use this, and then what we all need to do is convert this a string, right? Literal to int. That's it. Okay. So let's try that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is this is going to be for this one. be a number, right? A number, and then the index 0, right? Okay, and then what do we need? So it's a string, right? So we need to convert it to an int. So int. Okay. All right. So that's that. So I'm gonna copy paste all of them. I didn't. Sorry guys, I didn't write the plan for this, but I can add the plan later when I post. So this is gonna be digit 2. Oops. Um, and it's gonna be digit 3. Um, yeah, 0. Oh, this should be 1. Yes, yeah, you're right. Yeah, and then this should be 2. Yeah, I mixed up. Yeah, I mixed up. It's gonna be 3. Should, so let's see. Oh yeah, really? So 0 is 1, 2, 3, 4. No, right? No. No, because we are going from this end, right? We are going from this end, right? This is 1. 0th index, second, third, fourth. Okay. So let's try. Let's try anyway. Okay. So let's try this one. So number 2. Maybe you are right. I mean, this stick. All right. So print. I think this is correct. So let's say 3, 4. Oh, let me say int object is not subscriptable. What is that? I made a mistake somewhere here. Yeah, there's a parenthesis missing. Which one? Int. Oh yeah, so this should be. Oh, I didn't. I have to convert, right? So that means yeah, I had to convert this to in string first. Yeah. So I'm gonna do this one, guys. Because it has to be. I passed this number, right? Because it's a number, right? So I'm gonna put that actually. Okay. All right. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, you're right. So yeah. So this is 0. Yeah. Okay. Okay. This should be 4, 3, 2, 1, right? Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. 4. That's it. 3, 2, 1, 0, right? Yeah. 1, 0. Yeah. Okay. So now I get, yeah, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Thanks. All right. So this is how you do it. You can see that it's really easy, right? You first convert it to a string. This is a string, and then you use this. Okay. So in an interview, if they ask this problem, your first question should be then, can I use a string? Can I use string to do that? And they will probably say no because it's easier, right? And then if they say no, then you have to do it in this way. Okay. And make sure you do this plan. I mean, I have seen like in a CPI experience that I have seen students who did this complete understand ampere step from top to bottom and design the plan. They actually get the job because you are designing a solution, right? So there were students who got software engineer interns job position at Google, Meta, Lyft, Uber, so all sort of companies. And they actually come back and say, hey, this is what I did. So we have a forum for that. So they actually report, this is what I did. I did umpire technique and communicated with them back and forth to clarify them on the whiteboard. Okay. And that's one of the reasons that I'm actually, pushing you guys to stick with this designing solution and you will improve every time you use it. And my advice for you guys is, you know, not many instructors enforce this like me, right? So you may in the future class, next class, let's say 110C or 111B, you may encounter an instructor who don't care about designing your solution. But my request for you guys is stick with this. Derive the algorithm because those questions gonna be harder, right? Because it's an advanced class, logically, right? Those questions will be a little bit harder for you guys to solve because the next class. So you still use this technique, you will keep on improving. Okay? And then pretty much this is like a four when computer science degree is a 4 year degree usually, right? So it takes that long for you to get good at programming. Not from the intro class, right? Intro class gets you going and then you go to next class, you learn more and likewise, and then after graduation from all for the CS degree, then you are ready to basically go out there and solve real problems. Okay? So if you keep on using this all throughout, you will basically definitely nail that right now elusive internship interview at Google or whatever. Okay? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. There are not just one. There are I can tell you throughout my experience at CTI from 2019 to right now, there were about like 100 students, or even more actually, gotten tech internships at Google, Amazon, Meta, like that. But they all because they are CTI teach this technique, right? So they all yeah they all perform this on the whiteboard. Okay. So yeah. All right, guys. 12. Let's take our break. Yeah. Mhm. I recommend that. Yes. Um, oh, there's it. Yeah. It's up to you. I mean, there are a lot of data in sensors. Then what I recommend is pick a code that you actually care about. Like let's say crimes in Bay Area or homelessness in Bay Area. If you care about that, you put down data set and because when you do so, you will actually you already have compelling reasons to get it done, right? Because you care about the issue, right? So you can actually you will do it actually. Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, okay. This is launch, right? CTI launch, right? Yeah. Yeah. It's over now or still going on? Oh, okay. Okay. I'm glad you do that actually. Mhm. Oh, okay. 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 Yeah. And kind of ChatGPT also now knows what's umpire technique. Probably people ask about it as well, and so there may be now papers as well, like research papers on umpire technique. Yeah. All right, guys, let's continue. Okay, so So this is our this one. Okay. So this one is in module 7. Okay. And this is an interesting thing. Okay. So remember in week 3, module 3, we stumble upon troubleshooting, right? More often, troubleshooting require research, right? So that means, doing research is not just doing a PhD or, graduate research or doing actual scientific research. It's kind of misrepresented that word. So this video actually from the CTI director actually going to tell you no research. Everyone needs to learn how to do research, how to do formal research. And in fact, at CTI we have a course for introduction to research. Um, so let me publish this, okay, and let's preview. So it's kind of this video actually going to highlight the importance of learning formally how to do research. Okay. So let's publish. Should I let me check? I had buffering problem with this, but unfortunately I closed it. Hopefully it will not come. Let's see the question. Okay. All right. So let's go back to our lesson. Check with the still recording. All right. Okay. So we're gonna. I think we were right here, right? We finish compression, right? Yeah, and so these are all the other topic guys. They are conceptual. Okay, so I'm not gonna go over them. Okay, so like you guys should read about them. Okay, so this is to basically finish the module this today. Okay, and then basically and then this one, so a Jupyter notebook. I already have posted document how to install it. It's in actually week 4. Okay, so right here, right, this document. Actually, one option is actually using Jupyter as the IDE, so you can install it. Okay, so basically, we are using Colab, right? Colab is basically Google's version of Jupyter. What Google did was Google borrowed Jupyter's open source code and then make it their own and then make it available to the public. Okay, and then basically it's optional. You can buy more advanced notebook from Google by paying it, but they are also free as well. So um, so let me show you like how it actually works. Okay, so I'm gonna quit this one. Okay, and you can see that I actually yeah, this one. Okay, Jupyter, I think notebook. So Jupyter is the command once you install, and then if you run this one, it's gonna actually open a local browser tab. So you will see in a moment. Okay, so it's actually still running now. So yeah, so now it's working. See that it's local host. That means it's not coming from internet. It's actually running actual server on your actually that's why it's local host. But it's actually very similar to browser page. In fact, it's a browser page, right? So see that it's where basically I ran my command line Jupyter. So all the folders are visible in that place right here. This right here, right? So this location, right? So the indic folder. So that's the content showing in there, right? And then basically, let's say you want to go inside, let's say like desktop and create a notebook. Here's what you should do, like create new and then new Python 3, and it's gonna create a notebook. And this is the notebook. This is where you type your command like the same way we do it in Colab, right? So like that. Okay, and then if you want more cells, and then you go here, insert cell below, and then you get one more cell likewise. Okay, so it's really similar, very similar to Colab. Okay, so but this is just the advantage is without internet you can do so, right? It's coming from your own local machine. Okay, so that's about Colab. Sorry, Jupyter. And the other, this one you guys should read. Okay, including computer graphics. Probably I'll next week, Tuesday, I'll go over this last topic. Okay. Yeah, but I'm gonna go over to so there are two assignments during this week, right? So let's go over them real quick. The first one is the individual discussion, and in this one there are a bunch of data sets given. Okay, and then you can even come up with your own data set. Okay, so and then basically you have to name your data set, and then you have to provide the link. So links are already here in this, or whatever you find by yourself as well. And then you have to describe your data set in two sentence, 1 to 2 sentence, and then you have to ask two questions, right? So basically, these are you are not actually analyzing and finding answers. Just think of two questions you can ask from that data, and then write them down. And then once you write yours, and then you will see others, and then pick one fellow, and then reply to that by asking another question. Okay, that's for the 2 points. The rest of the 2 points. So that's about the discussion. Okay, and yes, yeah. So you can basically you don't have to analyze the data set, but you can come up with the from the context of the data set, you can come up with a couple of questions. Like like for example, let's say if it is crimes in San Francisco, then you can ask what you know um, time period in the year the crimes are higher, like kind of like that. So, yeah, so I mean it can be like something from the data set. You can ask maybe you can, yeah, something like that, right? So I give an example. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And then don't try to analyze and then come up with problems or answers. Just ask. Yeah. Okay. So that's that. And then the assignment is this one. Okay. So I'm gonna quickly show you an example of that one too. Okay. So basically, so you are given three data sets. Okay. So you have to use these three data sets. So click on the drop down to see them. Okay, and then you have to use this um, website. It's not that good. Okay, so it's a commercial website, and a really nasty one, I would say, to be honest. See that it's providing ad and things, and then probably monitoring your history as well, the browser history, right? So so, and then don't hit this button, okay? So it's not the one. So if you hit that one, then it's gonna take you somewhere else. So be careful, right? This is the button to create the chart. Okay. So I'm gonna take an example. So this data set over here is the real time call. So this actually um, the real time calls for service call types in San Francisco, and then the number of calls per service on the x-axis. So this is a classic bar chart. Remember we learn about the the choice of the chart type matters, right? And then this one is basically this looks like the best choice, because if we use scatter plot or anything else, we may get not that good plot, right? So uh, and I'm going to use this data set I already so basically what I already have copied some of it into this spreadsheet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use that and then plot it in here. Okay, so take a look. Okay, see that? All right. So give it a title. So I'm going to just copy paste the title from here. So make sure to have a title, guys. So every plot need a title, and then the axis titles as well. I'm gonna use this in x-axis. Okay. So the reason is I think this start go has a it's not that convenient. It cannot it actually cannot do the other way. And we tried it actually. It didn't work for the in the previous class. So and this one is for the oops, this one here and y-axis. So now for the data, it's you have to scroll all the way to the bottom and replace all of these with the data set. Okay. So unfortunately, you may have to type data points in one some of those questions data sets, right? I'm not sure though. Okay. So oh, I copy pasted. Yeah. No, I copy pasted this one, but I'm talking about the actual assignment. So I'm doing an example, but in the actual assignments, you may I don't know maybe it depends. Yep. No, I actually copied from here. Yeah, I copied it from here. See that? So you can copy this column and this column, and that's what I did for the. I copied both columns to this spreadsheet. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is this is going to be x-axis. Okay. So copy this and then put it here. Okay. So this all you have to do. Okay. When you do actual assignment. Okay. And then to the other side, the y-axis. All right. And then put it over here. Okay. And then others you can change, you can put the legend inside, those things you can pick over here, right? And then basically in the end you basically create chart. Okay. And it's see that. Okay. So it has the title and then the y-axis title, x-axis title. Unfortunately it's not showing I think the all of them because I think it's cramped up, but I think you can from the options you can actually manage that. Okay. So basically, in the end, you can actually download this. Yeah, download image. So download the image. So you're gonna pick the correct chart type and create three images. You have to zip it, create a single zip file, and submit that. That's gonna be your submission. Okay. All right. So that's what it can be PDF as well. If you want, you can print as a PDF and then uh, skip them and submit all three together. Okay, so that's your submission for the assignment. Any question on this one? All right. Okay. So let's um, open the problem today. So you guys have good 30 minutes. So um, I think that's enough time. But previous class, I actually now we are parallel. So I, I, I came to this point. So we started data module today in that previous class. And I finished all of them, all the topics. All right. So the topic, sorry, problem today is this. I just published it, guys. Okay. It's in module 7. The topic is clock phase. Okay. It's published. This is an interview question, but this is more of a brain teaser. Okay. It's really it's a brain teaser. Okay. And you can see that problem prompt it's really small. So that means um, you know it's it's really concise. So that means I would say every word in this problem statement is really important. Okay? So it's not very but you know, you can see that um, there's no mention of an input, right? So that's kind of not technically right, input here, but it's not mentioned as such. So it's really concise. So sometimes in an interview, you might get something like this, like really small. So then basically you have to back and forth ask questions to clarify things, right? And that's what you have to do by partner with the fellow and trying to solve this together. Okay? Ask those questions back and forth to each other and try to clarify things. Okay? So, but there's a little bit math involved. That's fifth grade math. Okay. All right. So, and also you need this thing, analog clock phase. All right. So the domain knowledge is how this works. Okay. So you know that need to, when hours start to the finish, the meet hand goes entire 360 degrees, right? So that's as fact you need. Okay. All right, guys, please pair up and then solve clock phase.